All right, kids. How's everyone doing today?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening,
Good morning, good morning, good day, good day.
How's everyone doing? Everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's the things going? How are things?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Are you?
Yes,
Good.
I am.
Good.
All right, we're ready to get
Yes, we're
started?
ready. We're ready.
All right, well,
We're
let's
ready.
do it.
We're
All right, let's
ready.
put the timer on then. All right, let's just...
Happy Wednesday.
All right, kids, good evening and welcome to a BGKH. What's that again?
Black, gay, kinky,
Human. I am your co-host, Dominion,
and I am Epic.
and today is Wednesday, January 10th, 2018.
Yay, 2018.
I know, right?
How about that? Like
How is it already 10 days into 2018?
2018.
I feel
like, first of all, it doesn't even feel real that we are in 2018.
like
that's
like my fist.
how we go from 2018 to the fifth?
I
To the
mean,
fifth?
you know,
Like, what?
I got a
we
little ADHD.
ADHD.
You know,
Okay,
I got a
all right.
little
So the 2018 fist was, so it's good. I like the
black
fist.
power,
well-
among other things.
Well,
The fist means a lot of things, depending on your community. You know, the fist
So-
could mean a number of things.
Happy Pam Grier Day, Happy Brown Mary Day, Happy Red Hanky
That's
Day.
right. Red
Friday.
Brown Mary comes out Friday.
Yes,
Okay.
Taraji. I need to
Yes.
listen. If
Yes.
you are
know what? That's
watching,
my homegirl from Oxon Hill High School. She graduated a year before I
so
did.
listen, if you are watching your homeboy from Oxon Hill,
What's up?
you
I
need
mean,
to
we
send-
never met because there were like 3,000 people in our high school,
but y'all still home.
I'm
listen,
proud of you. I am
y'all-
so proud of you.
Y'all go way back. Y'all go way back.
Wait a minute. You won't listen, Taraji. Don't pay him no attention. He ain't but 3 months younger than me, so he go back almost as far
All I'm saying
as
is
we do. So
y'all
don't
go
even-
way back.
don't
So
even
I'm
try it.
just
Don't
saying
even
y'all go
try
way
it.
back. So
Don't try
if
it.
you send him a ticket, I will gladly come just for critiquing purposes and just listen. I'm there to support you. I'm there to
Sure.
support all of you.
Right.
I'm there to support all of you.
Listen.
So I'm just saying.
If I email Taraji Henson, she's gonna be like, and you are.
She was like, we went to high school together, and she'll be like, really? Did
like
we?
so did like
Did we not?
2,900 other people. So
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
Well.
So, as we get started, we want to send a shout out to everybody that watched our show last week. Oh yeah, this is show 2. This
Yes.
is show 2. For
This is
those
our
of
second
y'all that
show.
don't know.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Okay, it feels like I've been doing this forever.
It feels. Listen, it's a great feeling, but it does feel like you've been doing it forever. Well, probably because we are.
Just like the last time.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So I also want to spend a special shout out to my fraternity brother, Darlene Patton Woods, who provided a few brief notes on the show. So.
You please do tell because I need to hear.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me pull up these brief notes.
It's always one. Actually, no, I take that back. It's always more than one.
Wait a minute, her notes was cute though. I mean, it was, it wasn't anything crazy.
Okay. Is this like a 4-page message or like?
No. It wasn't 4 pages, but GroupMe gives me the blues sometimes, so I gotta go back and find out what she said. Okay. So she said, all right.
Wow.
She said, so 1, I'm slightly scared. Oh, so hold on, your Brista's eyes ain't what they used to be, so let me.
It's like 17 pages.
So she said she made it through the whole show. Now, no shade, but she watched the show during work. So wherever she worked, y'all were not getting y'all money's worth for about an hour.
You wasn't getting no work done.
She said she's slightly scared to eat off a grill that ain't been cleaned since God was a boy.
No. But I'm here to tell you, at that grill,
Yes.
I can't.
Right. She said, I have never encountered a quote unquote life-changing hot dog, but I am intrigued. It was good.
I like her.
It was really good.
I like her. She's intrigued by life-changing hot
She
dogs.
said,
A life-changing piece of meat she's intrigued by. I like you, girl.
She said,
We need to go drinking.
I was genuinely afraid that a story about me would make it into the Black Card Revoked segment. Well, you know what? You didn't make it into the Black Card Revoked segment,
But you're
you
here
made
now.
It into episode 2, baby. So there you are. She said, I'm mad in all caps, Oh boy, that's you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Said his favorite actress was Janet Jackson.
Wait, stop.
I'm sorry, what do y'all call it?
Stop.
Genetics?
Listen. So then I got some flack about that.
Because
right. I got a whole bunch of flack. They were like,
everybody I talked about it was like, I have never heard even a single person call themselves genetics.
That's because they are not true fans, and I'm not saying they're not fans. Let me be clear about that. But I'm just saying, I'm a fan to the point where I'm a fanatic. So therefore, I'm a genetic, or you can say genetic. But again, it's genetic, so that's what I call it. Now, I got a lot of flack from people that were saying, oh, well, what about J Tribe and Jan Fam and all? All of that is fine. Jan Fam. Jan Fam.
Fam.
Right. F-A-M.
Jan Fam.
Right.
That doesn't rhyme though.
Listen, but again, these are all
I have some
categories and names and titles that people have.
There's already a group.
What, you get ready to say something? What are you getting ready?
There's already a group for people that like Janet. It's called the Whispers.
Really?
Thank you. I'll be here all night. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So
I
in any
appreciate
event,
you.
what I want to say is, that's what I call myself. Yes, there is the J Tribe. Yes, there is the Jan Fam. Yes, there are several other names and titles that people will call themselves and will refer to themselves because they are Janet fans. But that is my
Loud Mumbles.
That is my personal. That is my.
I say that with
you know
love.
what? Finish reading this email.
Finish reading
this email.
I say that with love.
From this. Just go on, because I'm not great.
She said that she was tickled that I felt the need to explain to the youngsters what a cassette tape is. Now, listen, although she thought that was funny, today I was having a conversation with a friend of ours. Remember the conversation we had New Year's Eve about gay life back in the early 2000s or whatever? You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm not going to describe him any further. I can't whisper because the mic is right here. So,
is there a movement that you can do? I think I know. Okay. All right.
Anyway, he says to me, I really enjoyed your story about gay life in the 70s. And I'm like, what? Gay life in the 70s? I was born in 1971, so in the 70s, I was never more than 9 years old. I said that was the late 90s and 2000s. He was like, whatever, it's,
You tried it.
You tried all of it.
Matter of fact, you might make the list this week as Stunt Queen of the Week.
Stunt Queen of the Week.
You tried it.
We got your number,
listen,
hussy.
I got you.
Right.
I got you.
Till you do right by me, everything you even think about gonna fail. Remember that. Number 6. My favorite. So in this group, here I'm Dominion. In this group, I'm referred to as Black Dynamite.
Wait.
We all have names. Listen, some people in the group just call themselves by their names. One of my fraternity brothers calls himself Rooster. One of them is Rafael De La Ghetto. We got Sexy Chocolate AIA.
Okay, so
and I'm Black Dynamite. You know why?
I feel like you were channeling your inner 70s porn star.
No. I saw that movie.
Or you had just finished watching Dolomite.
No, I saw there's a movie called Black Dynamite.
I know, that's what...
with Michael J. White. And then there's also a cartoon called Black Dynamite.
I thought the Black Dynamite was, there was even an older one. And I remember seeing the box again when there was video cassette tapes.
No, Black Dynamite was like a parody of 70s exploitation films made in like the early 2000s.
But there was specifically a, I'm remembering a box, and it was a kung fu guy, and I want to say, oh my God, he had an afro. I cannot remember the cover.
You're thinking of a porn, and that's not.
No, it's not a porn because it wouldn't be it wouldn't have been at the video store that I worked at. You know when they had VHS cassettes.
Tell us about life back in the 40s, Grandpa.
You tried it.
Anyway, so I call myself Black Dynamite because the funniest line was actually not even said by Black Dynamite, but one of the other characters, and he said, "Stick with me, bitch, and I'll have you farting through silk."
The two side chicks. You know what?
That was the funniest shit to me. So I just decided to call myself Black Dynamite in the group.
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite.
So you know I'm gonna use that.
Of course.
Black Dynamite.
You can call me Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. Jesus. Hey George.
And then
Black Son of Thunder. What's going on?
number 7. She said, "My use of Drink Your Juice, Shelby, gave me life. I love that movie." And then lastly, she said she died when I called 45 KKK caramel colored cunt.
What's up, Cody?
So anyway, so she gave a few brief notes. Let me tell you, there are days when we don't get anything done at our respective jobs because of GroupMe. Between our group, our Onyx group, and between the group with my fraternity brothers, we aren't doing any work at all. So, good times.
These are our tax dollars at work.
I know. Can I see the coat drive? Thank you.
These are our tax dollars at work.
So, for those of you who might be interested, VoxWave is having a coat drive. Its first annual coat drive, in fact. The coats collected will be distributed to various homeless shelters and families in the metro area. The drop-off location is 4711 Auth Place. That's AUTH Place in Suitland, Maryland, 20746. For additional information, please contact Frank Dent at 301-442-9258. Coats collected will be donated on January 25th and February 25th.
So you still have time. And I know you have some coats. Bring them on down, because I swear, I several coats I have, and I'm just, yeah.
Let me tell you, this, you can do something for yourself, and you can do something to help others.
Yes.
For others, you're donating, some coats, some hats, some gloves, some scarves.
Right.
Because I'm sure they won't turn down any of that.
No, I don't think so.
But by getting rid of all of these other coats, you
have,
now make room to buy new coats.
Or just clean out your closet, period. So you can actually get in it. Which kind of brings me to my week and kind of what I had.
What happened on your week? Oh yeah.
So
please tell your story, and then I will interject for a moment.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I swear I have, being in DC or having been in the DC area for several years, I have never had the temperature drop so low so early in this season. And of all times, I then decided, oh, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and move.
But isn't it, I'm kind of torn, though, because would you rather move when it's freezing cold or when it's like 1,000 degrees?
Listen, I'll take the 1,000 degrees.
Really?
I will.
Well, first of all, I'd rather not move at all. But
let me be clear. I would rather not move a damn thing. Like just write the check and say, come do what you got to do. And
exactly.
I'll put the stuff. But then there's another part of it. That's the whole packing part and the organizing stuff. And again, you're cleaning out your closets. So I'm finding like shoes that I still have like stickers on them and tags on them and scrap. Or I'm finding shoes I haven't worn in like the last year. And I was like, okay, gotta go. Like,
right.
So, it just helps you clear that closet out. But again, the cold weather, when your hands get to the point where you just can't even feel them, you're thinking you're grabbing something and it don't even, I've cut my finger and I didn't realize I cut my finger, but it was so damn cold. I didn't realize I sliced it. Like just.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever.
Well, listen, but watch this. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Hey, Dominion, do you think you could come help me move? I'm sorry, I don't speak English. Listen, I will tell you up front, I do not help people move. I never ask people to help me move, so therefore, I feel perfectly justified in saying, I'm not helping you move.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was an actual conversation that I had, but it was during the process where I'd already had some help. So shout out to the two brothers that showed up to help out. So
your reward will be great in heaven.
Absolutely. And your reward was great at IHOP, because that's what we went to. We went to IHOP. And
you didn't invite me to IHOP?
Oh, now you want to go to IHOP though?
I want to go to IHOP.
You didn't want to help move, but you want to go help move. You want to help move a plate.
Yeah, I want to move a plate. Okay. I'm down for that.
All right.
Let me tell you, my sister lives on the 4th floor of a garden-style apartment. Now, when she moved in, she wisely did not tell me. ahead of time that she was moving onto the 4th floor. So we get there, and I'm walking up. There's like a little steps.
Thank you, Donnie. Jim Kelly. That's what it was. Thank you, Donnie. What's up, Jay? The box I was thinking about.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Gotcha.
what. But anyway,
Gotcha.
sorry. Thank you. What's up?
And we move all of her stuff, and we got all of the stuff in the truck, and then we get to the stairs. She's like, "So I guess I should tell you that I live on the 4th floor." And I'm like, "Okay, who cares? You live on the 4th floor."
Samantha Trixum.
Where's the elevator? And she's like, "Oh."
Only family. Only family.
I swear to God, if we did not have the same mother, I swear to God, if we did not have the same mother, I would leave you right here. And so, of course, she got like 1,000 things, and in the bottom of every one of her boxes is 5 bricks. So we are moving all of this stuff up to the 4th floor, and I told her, I said, "Listen, when you move, I got you for $250, but do not come and ask me to move even a single thing."
Listen, I agree, and listen,
can't.
it just. But anyway, when the time came for me to move, it was just so damn cold. And I broke everything down and thought I could do everything myself, and I was good. And it took 007 to walk in and say, "Bitch, you can't do this by yourself. This is just too much." And I was like, "You don't know me. Fuck you."
Right.
Oh, girl.
We just talked about penises last week. We could
did?
say dicks.
Oh.
We just called someone a cunt. So get into it.
In any event.
Yeah. I know when I moved into the house I live now, I said, that would be cool, because my office had just done a move. So they had all of these extra boxes. I was like, great, I don't have to buy boxes. So I had all of these boxes, but I didn't label any of the boxes. So I had lovely displays, all of these boxes. And then, of course, the damn movers who were like from Romania, they were supposed to be, first of all, so, I was moving into my first house. I'm still in my first house. So I was supposed to close on March 25th.
Okay.
Which is the day before my birthday.
Okay.
I was like, this is perfect. This would be a lovely birthday present. Then it was March 26th. I was like, perfect. It's still my birthday. Then they were like, well, we're not going to close till March 30th. So to make myself feel better, I bought a car. I know. I felt better. But anyway, so the movers get there. So I go from having, because, I told them I was going to be out by the 1st. March 31st
Right.
was the last day of the month. So I essentially went from having a week to move to 1 day. And then, so the mover's supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. These hoes show up at noon. And then there's like 5 people. Only one of them spoke decent English. The rest of them were giving me some moose and squirrel shit that I couldn't understand what the hell they were saying.
Not moose and
then,
squirrel.
so they have all of my boxes. And the reason I didn't label all of the boxes, right,
was
was
knew that they were
because
gonna be moved.
the plan was that we were going to separate the stuff in the truck by box, or I was at least going to get a chance to write, B1 for bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 3, or whatever. These hoes, because they had another appointment, they picked up all of my stuff and left all of these boxes in the living room. So I had a sea of unlabeled but perfectly packed boxes in my living room.
They were like the whole feng shui, trying to make it fit in that space. And it's like this box here, this small box here,
Right.
this big. And I get that, but again,
Yeah, they didn't do none of that,
Well, you
so
didn't
I
label
was a
them. But
little-
so one of my other moving experiences, I get to a point where I was moving into this 3-bedroom house. I'm sorry, 3-level house. In my room, I was in the 90s, and my room was on the 3rd floor.
Did it have air conditioning?
Yes, central air.
Did it have electricity?
Yes.
Oh, the 90s, the 1890s?
Once again, ladies and
Just
gentlemen,
asking.
he is
It's a legitimate
trying.
question.
He is
It's
trying.
a legitimate question.
Listen, Vampira, the only way you remember the 1890s is because your ass was there. Now, I'm trying to tell this story.
I'm sorry.
So all I'm saying
let you
is,
tell the story. Tell it in your best Janet Jackson voice.
I'm feeling like you tried to just slip something in there. Like I'm really feeling that, but I'm going to ignore that.
I mean, you should feel it because I'm
just going to ignore
it.
it.
So, so much slip it in is like
in any event,
shove it in.
All I'm saying, see right there, we're back to this fist again. Right.
It all comes back to
it. All comes back to the fist. See, that's a quote from a Janet Jackson song.
Is it?
So anyway, yeah.
What Janet Jackson song?
It all comes back to.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So anyway,
it must be one of the lesser known songs.
So, as I was saying, when I get here and I'm trying to unload all this stuff, and my room, of course, is on the 3rd floor, I was like, all right, bam. If y'all can just get all this stuff in, I paid the movers, and I was like, great. They were charging me about an hour. And I was like, listen, y'all are moving kind of slow.
Right.
And I took the money and I kind of fanned it out in front of them. I said, this is all that I have. So you need to make it fit between here and here. Between this 10 and this 20, you need to make it fit all in between here, all these bills in here. The guy was like, okay, we only got an hour. I was like, okay, well, do what you got to do. They started throwing stuff in the middle of the floor. And I was like, listen, you're done. That's great. But that was it. They took all of my...
It's really irking my nerves. There we go.
This is going to be... Now you can't hear me.
The problem is that, you know, your Gordon Gartrell original is, you know, it's...
I am being tried on live... Gordon Gartrell original.
This is cute.
Right. What is it's velvet, right?
What is
listen,
this? What is this velvet?
It's velvet. Yeah, I need a haircut, so we gonna do. And listen, the problem with first moving into any place, I can't find crap. I know everything is packed together. I don't know where. Listen, I barely got stuff for work. I found one pair of shoes I've been wearing for the past 3 days. I found 2 pair of pants. So I've been listen.
And them 2 socks.
The 2 sweaters. Listen, I went to work with some black sweat socks on, but I had my boots on. I was good, but I listen.
So you haven't unpacked yet? MAL is coming up. What you doing?
Listen, I have time to get. I know where the essentials are, so I know where my t-shirts are. I know where my jeans are. I know where my leather stuff is, so I'm good. So I can figure that out, and I can make it work.
Oh, good.
So yeah, so I have an idea where that is. So I know that's all packed pretty much together.
For you.
Yeah. So, but that was my week.
Well, let me see. What anything exciting happened for me this week? Not really. I just
mine was move. It was everything move.
Just prepping for the move. I mean for MAL. Yeah.
All the stuff that's exciting for me has been, it's been the back and forth with people trying to get everything set up. So
I am so glad that you find that exciting because that's why I like handling the front of the house and the suite because that behind the scenes stuff irks my nerves.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to make this official. This will be the last time that I'm doing behind the scenes work.
That's why I always had someone else do it. But I was like, listen, he want to do it.
But
good for him.
Let me be clear. I do enjoy doing behind the scenes work. But this year, it was like, whew, like, But anyway, yeah, it was exciting because there was a lot of behind the scenes back and forth stuff. And thank you for the advice and the words of encouragement and the opinions.
I have lots of opinions about lots of things.
Indeed.
Lots.
Indeed.
Of opinions.
Indeed. He has
About
lots of opinions.
lots of things.
Yeah. Hey, Peter.
So,
what's up, Z?
Speaking of MAL, I guess we should tell the kids what MAL is.
MAL. Mid-Atlantic Leather Weekend is coming up in Washington, D.C. And when I tell you it is fun until Daddy takes the T-Bird away, or the St. Andrew's Cross away, or the sling, or the fuck machine, or it's just fun. Right. Well, yeah. See, do we need some little air on you? You get started.
Or the Crisco. No, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. You sure you don't?
I'm good.
Okay.
I got my slut pills and everything.
Slut pills? Fill me in on the slut pills.
It's called PrEP. Pre-exposure prophylaxis. It's
So
a little blue pill.
Right. So that's one disease. I'm just saying. Listen, let me be clear. I'm all for.
One never knows.
I'm all for.
I was not a Boy Scout. I was a Weeblo. You know, and the overall.
What the fuck is a Weeblo?
It's between a Boy Scout and between a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout. It's the middle thing. It's like middle school. Boy Scout, Cub Scouts is elementary
I have
school.
never heard We Blow.
Boy Scouts is like high school.
I mean,
and then,
I get it. I
and
just
We Blows is the middle. It's a acronym, or it's like a whatever. It stands for We'll Be Loyal Scouts.
Okay.
And I got into it because it was like a thing to do.
We'll Be Loyal
We'll
Scout.
Be Loyal Scouts. We Blows.
But there's a okay.
I don't make up the acronym. I'm just telling you what the people call it.
All right.
Anyway, so I was in it, and then like
What's
a
up,
lot
David?
of things in middle school, I was like, this is stupid. And my father was like, you know what, this is real stupid. I'm just so glad you figured this out.
It was
so
corny.
We got
when
out of it.
We got to the point where our scoutmaster was like, sing songs at night, and we're on this camp song, and talking about wearing the pink pajamas, and it was just some stupid song, and I was like, I don't like this.
You ever seen the song Andy Coochie Kacha Gamma Toshinera Toshino and Samma Kama Wacky Brown?
I'm gonna say no.
Really?
I'm gonna say no.
Andy Coochie Kacha Gamma Toshinera Toshino and Samma Kama Wacky Brown fell into the well, fell into the well, fell into the deep dark well. Bloop bloop bloop. The kids these days, they don't sing, so I guess they sing Jay-Z and shit in elementary school.
I don't even know what that is.
We had like music class.
Was that English or was that like what Gothic language was that? I'm trying to understand. Help me. Like,
Those words were all English.
I feel like it was like.
I don't like you right now.
I mean, take a number, but I just feel like that was like.
Anyway, we were talking about MAL. So MAL is Mid-Atlantic Leather Weekend. It's been going on. Don't give me the line. I'll say for at least 30 years or so.
Yeah, maybe.
It's an event hosted by the Centaur
Centaurs.
Motorcycle Club. For the past several years, since 2011, it's been at the Hyatt Regency on Capitol Hill.
Yes.
And it's MLK weekend, except for years where there's an inauguration. And it's typically the weekend before. So Onyx has a series of events during Mid-Atlantic Leather Weekend, and it's a good time. I feel
It is always a good time.
for a lot of us, at least in the DC chapter. It's where we first became aware of the leather community.
Absolutely.
So, so we have our own suite, and there's lots of shenanigans going on in the suite. You remember that St. Andrew's Cross that Epic was talking about? That's going to be there.
There will be an appearance by a fuck machine.
There will be an appearance by the fuck machine because I am donating my old fuck machine because my new fuck machine is arriving on Friday.
And it's portable.
It's portable. This one, it's on like a little rig, and it comes off of the rig, and you can hold it like this. And me, plan to put it to some very good use. And if you want a gently used fuck machine, you should come to our cocktail party and gear show on Sunday.
Which will be hosted by.
Wow.
I'll be behind.
Is
the
there
scenes
going
once
to
again.
is there going to be an appearance by the Wet Pocketbooks or not? I just don't feel
So,
like we have
listen.
time for it. I feel like we're going to have to save that for Code Red.
The Wet Pocketbooks will make an appearance, even just to say hey. They
Yes,
will be there
okay,
to make
all right.
an appearance to say hey. We have a lot of things.
You
that
know
will
we
be
got
going
those
on.
scarves we could use.
What happened to the dashikis?
Oh, did you buy one?
No, I thought you said you had.
I have two.
You gonna wear two at the same time?
No, but there's 4 of us in the Wet Pocketbooks.
Okay, so if we get 2 more,
Yeah, and I'll show you where to get them. They're only like
Okay.
$5.
All right,
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
all right,
So the
But
Wet
anyway.
Pocketbook. So tell that story real quick.
so the Wet Pocket, the Wet Pocketbooks came about when we were on a cruise. Well, yeah,
was
that
a
was the
cruise
first. That was the first
back in
appearance.
October.
That was the first appearance on a cruise. So shout out to my grandmother for coming up with this name just in life. My sister, actually, pause for 1 second because my sister's birthday is tomorrow. So I'm just going to take a moment out for that and just say happy birthday, even though she is not watching. She's looking from up above. So happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
But anyway, so my grandmother had this thing where my sister was hanging out all night and she came back home and she asked my grandmother for some money to get some cigarettes. And so my grandmother She's a 95-year-old woman. She's from the South. She's very like, whatever she comes out of her mouth, comes out of her mouth. She said, "You been out whoring all night? You couldn't even pack of cigarettes? I mean, you couldn't even buy a pack of cigarettes? You came in the house with with a wet back and a..."
No, she didn't say a wet back.
I can't even get it out. She said, "You came back in the house with a wet..."
A wet pussy and a dry pocketbook. And so we, of course, are on the cruise, and we had been drinking heavily, as one is wont to do on a cruise.
Yeah.
And we got up to perform karaoke, and he was like, "Do you guys have a name?" I was like, "The Wet Pocketbooks."
Yeah.
So, and we
did our rendition
of Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
That's you know what? There is on this stage right here. Yes, right here. Yes, there is going to be not right now.
Okay.
Not right now.
I need a haircut.
I'm going to say week 4.
So okay,
Week 4, there will be an appearance by the Wet Pocketbooks.
And the Wet Pocketbooks is kind of like the Wu-Tang Clan. We have so many different members.
Right.
So we had we have so many different members.
It's like Menudo.
Yeah, Menudo, where they change out. In the Wu-Tang, we have like 36 chambers of the Wet Pocketbook. So I'm just saying, like, we have a whole bunch of them. So that's just what we do.
Right.
That's just what we do.
So in addition to the appearance by the Wet Pocketbooks, I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Well, there's also yes. So there will be an appearance by the one and only Cutler X. Can y'all insert a smile, like a ting in here, like the ting? So Cutler X will be there.
Cutler X is a well-known black gay porn star. Let me tell you, since I posted that flyer of Cutler X, all you thirsty hoes have come out of... Let me make sure. All you thirsty hoes have come out of the woodwork, but y'all ain't ready.
No.
Y'all ain't ready.
Let me be clear. Listen, Cutler, I can love you from afar, and in my mind, I'm married. We have 2.3 kids, and we live in a white picket fence, a house with a white picket fence. Mm-hmm. Listen, I get all that. We're right there, but we're not doing that. Mm-hmm. We're not. Listen,
you're not ready.
I'm not ready. We're not doing that. That's just too much. I can't. I like...
You got things to do with the rest of your life.
I have things to do with the rest of my life. I have things to do every other day. Mm-hmm. When I'm in that bathroom and I sit down. No.
Well, we know someone who can. Scrappy.
We know a couple people that can.
You know who else wants to do it? Pup Thor. I'm like, that's like an ant trying to eat a grape.
Hello. Hello.
But
now, meanwhile, Pup Thor ain't but this wide anyway.
Right, Pup Thor is this
that's short and that's
this tall.
Now the back of you gonna be this wide open, like hello. Right. But listen,
I will be your best. He can't get out of a chair because he suctions when he gets up.
I will be your best gaffer and your best lighter. Best lighting person. I will do all the videography and I will be right there with you.
Shoot. So the Cocktail Party and Gear Show is actually a fundraiser where we donate 100% of the proceeds to a charitable organization that works mostly with LGBTQ youth of color. Mm-hmm. And this year's recipient is the Community Cares Project of Baltimore. So we look forward to putting on a good show. Basically, what's going to happen is that the models are going to get on the stage with all of this clothing and gear that's going to be donated by people.
Various vendors. Yeah.
They're going to we're going to auction off each piece, and the highest bidder will get to come up on stage and take off that piece of clothing till eventually the person is standing there in just a jockstrap, and we're going to auction that off too.
But let me be clear. If Cutler gets on stage, I got my blade in my pocket.
I feel like you're going to need, like lots of money.
I am not.
Oh, and we do take, I'm not saying you don't have lots of money, but I feel like it's going to be bid up. You just have to get yours backstage before because someone has to oil him up.
Yeah, that's what, listen, the backstage model, I'm in charge of the girls. I got them back there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm in charge of the girls.
Watch out, Cutler. That's all I'm saying. Ting. So, what else? What else is going on this week?
Well, I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's really about it this week.
Do you have a favorite MAL memory?
I have several favorite MAL memories.
Do you have any memories that involve almost getting thrown out of the hotel for carrying on?
He tried. Oh my God, he is trying it today.
I'm just asking a question.
Just because I've had that experience.
Rona Barrett wants to know.
Just because I've had that experience where I've gotten caught because I was in a public place doing something I had no business doing doesn't mean that you haven't done some illicit things.
Wait a minute.
Listen,
wait a minute.
Does not mean that you have done some illicit things.
First of all, this story's about you, not me. One, the story's about you, not me. Two, I have never almost been thrown out of the hotel.
I just said that you've never, but you've done some illicit things that could have gotten you thrown out of the hotel. You just haven't gotten caught. Not in the hotel.
We're restricting
lies, garbage, and fairy tales. I want all of you to know this is lies, garbage. And if you've done anything with Dominion, you know this is lies. Pop Thor, call in because I know good damn well.
We are restricting this conversation to Mid-Atlantic Leather. More specifically, we are restricting this conversation to the Hyatt Hotel.
So what you're saying is you have not done anything in the Hyatt Hotel at all during any MAL event.
I didn't say that. I didn't say whatever I did.
And what I said was
whatever I did.
What I said
out
was
of the hotel
because you did not get caught.
I did not say
because you did.
I did not do anything. I did not do anything.
It's the wording of the question, right? In a place that was public that anyone could see.
Exactly.
And there it is.
Exactly.
There it is. And there it is.
Don't you see this halo?
And there it is.
You see that? It's cocked to the side.
That's the O on top of the boxwave.com. That's all that is. That's all that is.
I resemble that.
That's
remark.
all that is. Yeah, anyway. So
right.
I have several memories. But what about yours? Do you have a favorite memory?
You know what my favorite memory of all MALs is? It's still the memory of the first one. I mean, I walked into this place, so there's someone who is dead to me now, who invited me. I'm not gonna let it go. I am not gonna let that go.
Can we?
I am petty as shit. And that person did some shit that is unforgivable.
I just don't want you to activate my petty. I just don't want you to do that because if it doesn't, we don't both. We need to.
We can't both be petty.
Both can't be
one of us gotta be the better person.
Somebody has to be the better person in this moment. Just one at a time.
You can
That's
be
all.
You can
just
be the better person
just
right
one
now.
at a time.
Right now, I'm not the better person.
All right.
I'm not gonna call no names. I'm not gonna
All
talk
right.
about anything. I'm just saying. But the best thing that he ever did in his life was invite me for the first time to MAL. Okay. Now, I'm nosy, so I was like, sure, whatever. I get into this hotel, and this was back in 2000 when you could smoke in the hotels and do whatever. So I walk into the hotel. Yeah, they had the cigars and all that in the
2000. I thought it was like 19.
The first time I went. I see.
Listen, I'm asking
the shady wheels trying to work. No,
2000?
The first time I went, because that was before they had the law in D.C. and a lot of other places about you not being able to smoke indoors. So they let you smoke cigars. So you walk in, and it's this sea of leathermen, including these people walking on all floors, pretending to be puppies with insertable tails and stuff. And I was intrigued. And then from the back corner, I hear this loud laughter, and there's these black guys in the corner, and they're talking about this movie called
Cage You Like a Panther is on. What's up, Cage You Like a Panther?
Who was that?
Cage You Like a Panther. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll come back.
Okay, so that's a private story?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Hey, boo. Hey, how you doing? I hope to see you this weekend.
Yeah, you've been summoned.
Mm-hmm. You gonna get in the sling again? Again. I said again. Anyway, so these black guys are sitting in the back and they're talking about this movie called Jackie's Back. Listen, your love for me has only made me love me more.
Look at me.
Face.
I make it a double entendre.
Anyway, I had never heard of this movie, but I didn't even know that that's what I was looking for at the time. But they sort of welcomed me and treated me like the family that I never even knew that I was missing. Yeah. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. I won't kill myself. I'm just saying I would have been a different person, and I might not have come to Dominion Onyx. I mean, there might not be an Onyx Mid-Atlantic. There might not be an Epic Onyx. A lot of things would have been different if not for that meeting and a few others
that could be
they
true.
had. So thank you. Shout out to Mufasa and Noir Bear and KG and Legionnaire. And thank you for turning this little black girl into a big black man.
I think it's time for us to take a break now. I think that's what
I'm feeling judgment here is what I'm feeling.
Somebody turn the cameras off. Turn them off.
Cut it. It's so good you can use it as a chip dip. was a perfect. That was a perfect stopping time.
We back on? Hey, welcome back. Oh, we're on?
Hey. So before you read that, I want to give a shout out to DJ Samaj, whose podcast you were listening to. You should be able to Google him. You know what? Next week I'll actually contact him and have some more information because his podcasts are everything.
Listen,
I've downloaded them on iTunes, and I think he's also on like SoundCloud and a couple other places. And his mixes are everything. So you'll be hearing from him over the next couple of weeks. You know, one of the things we definitely want to do is support blacks, gays, kinky people, and humans.
Yeah, very much so. It takes me back to a time where, like tracks, where there would be music and it was a production and it was like songs and clips from movies, and so yeah, that I love it. But anyway, let's pay some bills first. So Star Imports is the actual home of boutique styling.
Barbecue.
Star Imports is the home of boutique style buying experience. And Star Imports, Adele Motors, has 50 years in the automotive business. Star Imports is in Camp Springs, right off of Branch Avenue, behind the Red Lobster. Star Imports provides personal attention you deserve and treats you with the utmost respect. Bad credit, no problem. We have credit restoration programs to help you. Credit application is on starimports.com. Star Imports does bank in-house financing and buy here, pay here. The vehicle you want, not in inventory, not a problem. We specialize in finding your perfect car. Star Imports donates a portion of its sales in giving back to the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area charities such as D.C. STEM Network, National Museum of African American History and Culture, and Girls Inc. to help develop kids into becoming successful contributors to society and to help support institutions that preserve history. So come on over to Star Imports, come check them out, and make sure that you tell them that you were here because of the Dominion Epic Show.
And now it's time for Every Day It's Something Different with Epic.
So here's my thing. We live in a world, and it is absolutely hilarious. And when I say hilarious, you have to find the funny in everything. And so as a young, black, gay, kinky human, there are things that only you see and only you think would probably be as hilarious as they are. I had a dear friend of mine send me a picture.
Don't show the picture though.
I had a dear friend of mine send me a picture, and this particular picture is a young man on a bus with a book bag, wearing some sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and growing up in Philadelphia and living in a city where you have to catch the bus every day. So I get it, it's crowded, and you have stuff on your person. Mm-hmm. But this particular picture, he snapped this picture, and it was a picture of this person from the back. And out of his pocket, you see the top of an enema bottle.
Come through. He's
So
ready
again,
for it. He is date ready.
Right. As a black, gay, kinky human.
Right.
Only that is something.
Maybe it's not an enema bottle. Maybe he, it's like a long straw on.
No, girl. That's an enema bottle. Like, listen, that's Fleet all day. In fact, if you look real close, you probably can see the oil, the lubricant on it. It's Fleet all day. It doesn't even have the orange cap on it anymore. It's been used. So this is probably his travel bottle that he had in his pocket. I'm just saying, listen, we just going to call a spade. That's what it is. We know what it is. And
So while I find the picture funny, here's my problem. All I'm going to say is do not call me when the police come arrest you. Because
why are the police coming to arrest you? Because you have a...
No, because you took that picture was taken without that person's permission. And I am seeing a lot of that where people are posting pictures in public. You can't see this person's face. So there's really no way I mean, he's got on a nondescript jacket or whatever, so you don't know it's him. But I'm not talking about this particular image. I'm talking about the practice in general of being like, ooh, he was cute, so let me take a picture of him, you know, this man who might be out with his kids or at the gym working out or doing all kinds of stuff. It just feeds into the worst stereotypes about what gay people are. And it's entirely unnecessary. I mean, really though, you haven't seen an attractive person before, so you gotta save this picture? I mean, I had one of our brothers used to do that, and I told him, I was like, you can't come out with me anymore if you're going to keep doing that. Because we were out at the Papados in Atlanta, and he shows me this picture on his phone that he had just snapped of some man who, I mean, he was cute enough. But he was at the table with his girlfriend or wife and his 2 children. And I said, now, if this man had seen you taking this picture and gotten out of his seat and came and whooped your ass, you would have no defense because there's no legitimate reason that you took a picture of this man.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. And I guess to that, I'll probably say there's some humor in life. And while I agree with you that these pictures were not taken with this person's permission and should not be shared, they are so funny to look at.
No, it's hilarious. Don't get me wrong. This picture is hilarious, and it rises to the level of the person is anonymous. So I don't think anyone could be like, oh, you targeted me specifically. But I've seen pictures where it's pictures of people's faces or body parts or whatever. And I'm just like, this is entirely unnecessary. And what's even more annoying is when I see people in the kink and fetish community do it, because I'm like, you have plenty of access to dicks and asses and attractive people. So why are you taking pictures of people without their permission like that? I'm not suggesting that it's some sort of an epidemic. I'm just saying it's not something that you should do, and you are exposing yourself, and don't be around me because my bail fund is low and I don't use my bail fund for foolishness.
$50. Anybody that knows me, y'all know what that $50 is. I can scrape together $50. So if your bail money is $10,000, call me when you get that $99.50 because I can scrape that $50 together. I can figure that out. I can make that happen. I'm just saying it might just be at a random, like here's this $50 or whatever. Don't call me when.
Don't call me at all. Because if you do something, if you get arrested and you call me to come bail you out, the first question I'm gonna ask you is, what are they accusing you of? And depending on what it is, I'm like, well, you might just have to sit in jail a little while because I don't know what to tell you, because that's evidence of poor decision making. Anyway, speaking of poor decision making, it is time for Stunt Queen. Stunt Queen. Do that stunt, 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 do that stunt. All right, so
contender number 1,
H&M. These motherfuckers thought that it would be
they didn't
cool.
think. They didn't think. That's the problem.
Right. Well, they don't have no black people on their board to think that it was cool to have this young black child in a green hoodie that said, what does it say? Coolest monkey
in the jungle.
In the jungle.
Now, wait, counterpoint. Someone did send a picture earlier today on Facebook, and I was laughing hysterically. It was a young white boy.
Right.
He had his shirt on, and it was a box of Ritz crackers.
Right.
And it said coolest cracker in the bunch.
Right. But so there's
anyway.
An entirely different level. First of all, you shouldn't be making fun of children. So, I mean, we want to just dash over that. You know, there's a whole history of racism and discrimination around the word monkeys.
Absolutely.
And everything that denies the humanity of black people. And, you know, it was tone deaf at a minimum. But every black person doesn't feel that way. Certainly not the mother of this child.
Which was alarming. That was very alarming.
Well, of course she didn't, you know, because H&M is a huge corporation, so you know they had to get the mama sign off. And the mother saw this picture and was like, okay, my mother would not have done that. The same chick that got in this woman's ass for spitting on her 2 children would certainly not have let either me or my sister wear a shirt. Now, she let me wear this fist. but she would not let me wear a shirt that derided me as monkeys. Now, so it just goes to show that some people are still in their sunken place.
They are. And good shout out to The Weeknd for actually ending his relationship with H&M. And I'm sure financially it was probably a big deal. But again, from a human perspective, it's a larger deal. And with him, just shout out for him just still retaining his humanity. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of stunt queens, contestant number 2 is Rachel Dolezal, a.k.a.
Sound it out. Sound it out.
Nkechi Amari Diallo. Okay, Nkechi Amari Diallo, a.k.a. the essence of Becky.
Y'all know her. Y'all know exactly who this chick is.
So, y'all girl decided that her response, because everyone was waiting to hear what Rachel Dolezal had to say about the issue, so she decided that her response to this was going to create an image of the same black boy with a hoodie that said, "Coolest Prince in the Hood" hoodie. Now, problem number 1, ain't nobody asked you.
Let's stop.
Axe. I said axe.
Before we can get to
Sorry.
that, let's just give her the face, just because coolest Prince in the Hood.
Why he got to be in the hood? First of all. Second of all, who asked you?
I want to know who asked you.
Who asked you for your motherfucking opinion on this? Third, and this is why it's not a touchscreen. Third, which is why this is a Becky move. She is doing this for profit. So, in true Taylor Swift Becky fashion, she is benefiting off of black pain. Would you care to add anything to that? All right.
That's my ad.
Contestant number 3 is Logan Paul. So, Logan Paul. Really? So, your buddy, Logan, listen, he's not an unattractive, young white guy. I mean, he's not horrible looking. I mean, I wouldn't. If you saw him at MAL, in the orgy room, you'd put it in him. Girl, you almost got thrown out of the hotel for fucking, so.
We are back on this, and I am not really feeling, you know what?
Unplug then. Unplug. Leave. It's the BGK8 show with Dominion. No, anyway, this you wouldn't be the only person in this organization to have been thrown out of a place for.
I appreciate you just reminding that people that. Listen, I got thrown out because some man was upstairs in it. Listen, we were up in the room.
What
this is what we were doing. We were up in the room getting it together.
Let's just be clear.
We were. It's not. I got this.
Oh,
I
okay.
got this.
Right.
I own my shit. So listen, I was upstairs at MAL weekend. Is basically filth and just filth and just a whole bunch of filth. And I'm upstairs looking for an open, quiet space so I can carry on with this little fella that I've. Stop. I'm upstairs looking for a place I can carry on with this open place. So I can carry on with this person I met at that particular point. Right then and there, that was the movement. That was the feeling that I had. That was what I wanted to do. That was what he wanted to do. We go upstairs. We find this empty room, which was a banquet room, which was a beautiful room, had a view all of the city, and we commenced to doing everything that we need to do. And all you need to picture was him on his knees and me standing there. But the problem was when everything got good. That's when security came in. And the moment that security came in, I was like,
Is that your sex face?
I'm trying to edit it out, and just that's not what wasn't my sex face. I was just trying to, make it give you the.
Oh, okay.
But at that moment, then we were escorted down off the elevator, and I couldn't think straight because I was just still in my.
You were drained.
I was still shaking. And so when he was actually taking us on down the elevator out the door, I realized when my brain came back, I was like, you are not putting me out because I'm in this hotel. I paid money for this damn hotel. Good night.
How dare you kick me out of this establishment? I have a room here, sir.
I grabbed my pants and I grabbed the strings of my pants and pulled them up and walked back up that elevator to the elevator and pressed the button.
Classy, huh?
Yeah, I am classy. I am classy.
You are classy as shit.
Classy than a motherfucker.
You are
classy than a motherfucker.
Classy with a
Listen.
Q. So, contestant number 3 is Logan Paul. Logan Paul decides to go over to Japan and show his ass. Now, he's one of these breed of YouTube stars who's famous for doing stupid shit on the internet. Like, you know what it is? It's an extension of, what was that dumb show on MTV? Of Jackass. It's people who have monetized Jackass. Now, Jackass was funny.
I was saying it was some funny shit because I swear.
But because they had money for production values and they did such stupid shit to you, just like, what? But now everybody thinks they're doing it, including this guy, Logan. So he goes over to Japan and he goes to this forest, which is apparently a place where a lot of people go to commit suicide. Japan has one of the highest rates per capita of suicides, and this place is, particularly popular. So him and his dumbass friends are playing around the body and doing all kinds of foolishness, and some of his, the girls can make money off of YouTube, so, we got to figure out what we're doing wrong because this working 9 to 5 shit, listen, I'm not going to go and play in a place where people are killing themselves, but we could pull some stunts. There's stunts. We could pull some stunts this weekend.
Is BGKH going to go live this weekend?
BGKH is going to go live this weekend.
We can go live this weekend.
We're definitely going to go live. We're going to have to get the filter. We're going to carry around with a big sign that says censored. For parts of it.
What's the point? What's the point then?
So,
what's the point?
But anyway, so he, the Japanese people clearly were not happy about it. People on YouTube were not happy about it. So he is contestant number 3. And Epic, who is this week's stunt queen of the week?
I feel like, based on my opinion, I feel like, how do you pronounce it?
Nkechi Amare Diallo. Nkechi Amare Diallo, you are the stunt queen of the week.
Stunt queen!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Stunt queen! Stunt queen, stunt queen, stunt. Stunt queen, stunt queen, stunt.
Stunt queen!
Now take your ass and go sit down somewhere and shut the fuck up.
Stunt queen.
Stunt queen.
But anyway.
Stunt ass queen. Anyway, so as we get to wrap up.
Yeah, you had some complex feelings about this. Did you want to go into anything else?
I have complex feelings.
You have complex?
So.
Let's take a moment.
Okay, hold on.
Let's take a moment. And now, complex feelings with Dominion Onyx.
This week, I have complex feelings about Oprah Winfrey.
Don't you say nothing bad about Oprah.
I'm not about to say anything bad about Oprah because Oprah will shut this whole shit down.
Right.
Oprah can buy us by the 6-pack.
Listen.
I will not say anything bad about Oprah.
Oprah, I love you. I love you.
Actually, this isn't even about Oprah. This is about the world.
Okay, I'm just saying. All right. I don't want to get confused.
Oprah, I don't normally watch the Golden Globe, but the universe said to me, watch that shit this year. I really wanted to watch it to see how Jordan Peele would carry on about the fact that Get Out was listed as a comedy.
As a comedy.
Black.
Who does that?
See, black pain is funny to white people. See, I told you this fist got multiple meanings behind it. It ain't just about fisting. It's about black power. Black power. Black pain. No, but seriously, black pain is not funny. And to call that movie a comedy, I mean, it was a little funny. It was a little funny. I will get that. But the movie was not marketed.
It was
or
not
billed.
as a comedy.
It wasn't paced as a comedy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's funny in the same way that A Color Purple is funny. You know, the movie is not a comedy.
Not at all.
Anyway, so that's really why I was watching
Oprah was
the
in
Golden
that
Globe.
too. Just to, you know.
Oprah was in that. Oprah is in everything. I tell you,
Right.
don't fuck with Oprah.
She
Every movie has Oprah's hands in it. She's like, I don't want to even say Illuminati because like here's the Illuminati and here's Oprah.
Oprah
The
Naughty.
Oprah Naughty. The Oprah Naughty. Don't do
The
not.
Oprah Naughty.
Cut it.
See, look, all these O's. He's
Right.
under O. He's
O.
under O.
Right. You know, I got my head is shaped like an O. You know, Oprah Naughty. Anyway, so while I'm watching it, Oprah came and gave this incredible speech. Now, I'm not always here for Oprah's brand. First of all, Oprah gave us Iyanla Vanzant, Dr. Oz, and Dr. Phil. So therefore, that's already 3 strikes against her. But she's got a number. First of all, let me tell you, I read Iyanla Vanzant's first book, and there was misspellings and grammar errors. So I dismissed it out of hand. But that we'll dash over that. We'll just dash over that. Just dash over that. Dash over.
I have some complex
She
feelings about
gave an awesome speech. And I was like, you know what? That sounded almost presidential. And I was like, you know what? These simple motherfuckers are going to start saying that she should be president. Oprah should not be president. Now, I realize that we have a warm bag of pus for a president and that the bar is really low for what it takes to be president. And people are saying, oh, well, you know, Donald Trump doesn't have any qualifications to be president.
Not saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Caramel-colored cunt was able to become president. But just because something terrible happens doesn't mean that should become the norm. You should have some experience in government to be president. His whole transition showed you that he knows nothing about government. They literally just now, 1 year into the presidency, decided that the office of the most powerful person in the world should require that the people working there can't have their personal cell phones. Some idiot, this idiot was so stupid that he let a man come in, expose all of his secrets. He had this dude sitting right next to him in fucking meetings and talking to all of his people. Now he wants to be like, this didn't happen because he's a moron. Just because a moron became president doesn't mean that that's now the qualification to be president. And just because Oprah Winfrey is a billionaire and speaks well does not mean that she is qualified to be president. She has no experience in government. Yes, she runs a multi-million-dollar corporation. That is great. But a corporation, Harpo Pictures, own all...
I'm reeling you in. Just come on in.
My feelings are still complex.
Okay.
I haven't detangled them yet.
Okay. All right.
As I was saying, Harpo, those are all for-profit businesses. The motives of a for-profit business is entirely different than the government. The government does things that purposely lose money because it's about serving the people. The post office is $60 billion in a deficit, but we ain't closing a post office no time soon. Those are the kind of decisions that a person who wants to be president has to make. So success in business has something to do because you know how to lead people, but Oprah shouldn't be president just because she gave a good speech and got money. And last thing I'm going to say is that black women, first of all, you think they put Hillary through hell. The hell that they're going to put Oprah through as a woman and as a black woman, the only thing I can say is that Negroes will rally around Oprah the way that they never were going to rally around Hillary Rodham.
Oh, I was going to say.
Hillary Rodham Clinton. They probably going to rally around her in a way that they didn't rally around Barack.
I don't know about that.
And I just can't see Oprah Winfrey. Like, listen, we live in a world where dangerous shit happens. Can you imagine Oprah Winfrey making that same call to kill bin Laden like the way Barack Obama did.
She wouldn't.
I'm not saying, and I'm not at all saying it's because he's a woman, but that's just not who Oprah is. You got to make the kind of decisions as a president that I just don't think she's prepared to make.
And the other thing with Oprah, all of her dirt is out there. I'm sure it's not everything, but
all of Hillary's dirt was out there. But they claim this bitch is I'm sorry, this bitch. Hillary is many things, but she is not a bitch. They claim that Hillary was, well, maybe she is, but they claim that Hillary was funding some secret sex ring of Haitian children. So, I mean, you know, if they're going to say that about this woman who is white and very white and never pretended to be anything but white, what you think they're going to say about Oprah? They're going to find out, you know, I mean, they already know who that child is that she gave up for adoption. They're going to find out about them abortions that she had. They're going to find some dude that she had sex with that she screwed over. All of the people, all of it is, you know, so I just don't even want to put her through that. I don't want to put this country through it. And I frankly just don't think she could win. I think we just are in such a terrible situation right now that people are grasping at any straw, and Oprah is it. And that is my complex feeling for this week.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was Dominion's Complex Feelings. But at this particular point, we are going to pull this
Reel it in.
And reel it in. For these last couple of seconds. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
We did learn something new.
What's that?
I mean, we did. This whole show was something new. You know, because I'm just tired of the same old stuff over and over again. Like for the last 30 years since Paula Abdul taught her those moves. Thank you.
The BGKH show, it will stream live on Wednesdays on Boxwave.com from 9:15 to 10:15 p.m. Eastern, 6:15 to 7:15 p.m. Pacific. I can't even say anything about that. I was getting ready to start talking about Ella, but I can't say anything about Ella. Episodes are going to be available on YouTube. Did you look at me side eye? Did you give me the side eye? Yeah. Episodes are available on YouTube every Friday, so just search for Vox Power 373 and look for the BGKH show with Dominion and Epic. And the funny thing is, and it's good and it's also funny at the same time, but again, we're just getting started. You'll be able to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and we have a format to the show. We've been free.
In about 3-4 weeks. There's a lot going on right now.
We've been free balling right now, so we're going to try to make it a little bit more standard.
Freelancing?
I'm going to say we've been freeballing.
I mean, I am freeballing. I'm always freeballing except for work. But, you know.
Okay. But anyway, Dominion, how can we meet? How can we get you? How can viewers get in contact with you?
So you can reach me at Dom Onyx on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/Dom Onyx. And you can go to www.domonyx.com where you can catch the restart of my weekly column, Dominion's Opinions, and keep up with all of my other projects, including my book, Alex and Alonzo, A Love Story, available on Amazon.
And you can get in touch with me as well on Twitter at EpicOnyx1, and I am Epic on Instagram, and Facebook.com Epic. You can find me. So thanks, guys, for your views and for tuning in.
Shout out to everyone who tuned in on Facebook Live, too. And again, thank you for all the comments. Keep it going. And if you have any questions that you want Epic and Dominion to ask, just reach out to us at any of those ways that we mentioned.
We definitely will be able to bring them on the show next week and chat with them. But we're going to have a very tiring week. I know some of us will be drained by Monday. And
in many ways.
So listen, I'm just letting y'all know next week's show is going to be
stories for you. I'm going to have to figure out how. I'm going to have to write my stories down so that I can change all of the names to protect the innocent and the guilty.
I was supposed to say nobody's innocent at that particular point.
Right.
But anyway. So listen, thank you all for viewing and for tuning in today. Keep it black, keep it gay, keep it kinky, and keep it human. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.